UFC 318 was an absolute banger of a card that happened this past weekend. Here is my wrap-up on the fights that I did watch and what I have to think about it. The heavyweight bout between Spann and Buzetsky did not last very long. Spann took down Buzetsky in the first round and got a guillotine in the wrestling and ended it very quickly. The light heavyweight bout between Crute and Prachnio was kind of a sloppy hand exchange for the first round until Crute got him down and got a crazy armbar, which did take him a second to lock in and get real deep, as you can see here. But he got it in deep and got the tap with 24 seconds left and walked out of there with the win via submission. The welterweight bout between Adam Fugit and Islam Dulatov did not go out of the first round neither, where they had some pretty good striking exchanges through the first round, ultimately ending in Dulatov knocking him down and getting the TKO on the ground. What a debut by Islam Dulatov. Gautier versus Valentin was also a quick fight, ending in the first round via TKO. Gautier is just a beast. That's all I can say. This young man has plenty of potential. Brendan Allen and Marvin Vettori had a straight-up 3-round slugfest. They did have beef coming into this fight, so it makes sense. But what a chin on Marvin Vettori. Brendan Allen did come out on top, and they did get fight of the night. Michael Johnson and Daniel Zellhuber had a 3-round striking contest where, to my surprise and probably a lot of people, Michael Johnson came out on top. He got the better of most striking exchanges and actually dropped Zellhuber in the first round, I believe it was. So it's good to see Michael Johnson as he ages. He keeps the strikes. He's keeping the strong hands, and he's doing a very good job. Surprised the hell out of me, that's for sure. Kevin Holland and Daniel Rodriguez went to war as well. Kevin Holland did not do as good as I expected him to do. Hopefully y'all feel the same. I always expect a lot from Kevin Holland. He even almost got slept in one of the rounds, but he actually survived the ground and pound and came back. But Daniel Rodriguez got a dominant decision against Kevin Holland. Now, with the run Paulo Costa has been on ever since his fight with Israel Adesanya back for the middleweight title, I've not been very impressed with him, and I haven't expected much from him in his fights. I expected Roman Kopylov to come out there and pick him apart, maybe knock him out. But he actually come out there and he beat Kopylov in all the striking exchanges and actually pulled this one out the bag, and he won it. So congratulations to Paulo Costa. We'll see where he goes from this. And now we're at the main event of UFC 318, headlined by Dustin Poirier versus Max Holloway for the BMF title. Now, this was Dustin Poirier's retirement fight. I do believe that had an effect on his fighting. He didn't look like he had that fire he had when he fought Max Holloway the second time. But Dustin Poirier's performance was still championship level, but it's not what it used to be. And Max Holloway, I love how Max Holloway fights as he has filled out his frame at 155. He's gotten stronger. He's put on the appropriate weight, and I do think Dustin felt that in his punches. He did drop Dustin a couple times, ground and pound, kind of wore him out a little bit. I do feel his cardio was getting him a little bit further. I just think Dustin was fighting like a retired man, like a man that knew he was not going to get a title fight after this, and this was it for him. Max was fighting like someone that was still hungry and still had something to prove. And Dustin did drop Max at the end of the second round, and Dustin, he jumped on that guillotine. He had to. But Max rolled over, and he wasn't able to do anything with the guillotine, and the round ended. And at the last 10 seconds of the fight, Max pointed to the ground, and they slugged it out for a couple seconds, and then Max was getting the better of the exchange, so Dustin kind of went for a clinch right there at the end of the 10 seconds, and that was it. But Max won. I do believe he won all 5 rounds. I have seen 4-1 Max. It depends on how people take the round where he was dropped and put in the guillotine, but I think he put the hands on Dustin the entire fight, and I wish Dustin a happy retirement. He's been an absolute legend in the sport. But Max, I believe, is looking at options of fighting Ilia Topuria for the 155 belt with a double championship on the line, the BMF and the 155. I don't know how much I would like to see that. We'll get to it if it actually happens, and we'll go over it. But I think the world is on the table for Max right now, and I know he didn't want to say anything because he didn't want to take the moment from Dustin during the post-fight interviews. That's what he said. So he gave Dustin the moment, and he left. But we'll see where Max goes from here. Obviously, he has a lot on the table, so we'll see. Great fight by both guys, but I was right on my prediction that Max Holloway still had more fire and that he was stronger at 155 and there would be more power to his punches. So we will see where it goes from here. That is my UFC 318 wrap-up and what I thought about it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and stay tuned. I will be making more. Thank you.